What's good, y'all, man? It is your boy, Sniper Kicks, and I'm super excited right here. I am interviewing Brandon. So, Brandon has 13 children. Yes, 13 children. He has done 30,000 in the last month in sneaker reselling. And he hasn't been reselling for a very long time, but he took the bull by the horns and he's able to provide for his family, and he's done some really cool things behind that. So he's going to talk about bulk buying, talk about how he had his progression, and this is a phenomenal interview right here. So guys, make sure you stay until the end because I have a free live training that I'm hosting on Sunday, May 25th. Make sure there is going tomorrow, but make sure you watch this video. Incredible story. Let's talk about it.
Going on? What's going on,
What's good,
man?
Brad? How you feeling? How you doing, Brad? You doing good?
Yeah, man, I'm doing good. How about yourself, man?
I'm doing good, man. I'm so glad to be here with you, man. You've been crushing it, and I want the viewers to kind of, get some insight of what you got going on. You got the whole, you dig in the back, got the pairs on pairs on pairs, which is definitely dope. But first, I want to start off, Brandon. Again, you've been doing big things. You have a lot of responsibility. You have over 10 kids, and I'm gonna have you talk about that. But you're building your business, and you're taking the trainings, and you're implementing it, and you're able to get results for yourself, your family, and the goals you have for the future. So first things first, Brandon, because you haven't been reselling, you really haven't been reselling for that long. So what were you doing before reselling? And what was it like selling your first sneaker? What made you get into reselling? Let's start there.
Um, well, first off, I've always been a collector. I found myself to be a sneaker connoisseur, but before reselling, man, I'm really an athlete, man. So I football, baseball, basketball, but at the time I was really heavily in semi-pro football. So I was looking to actually try to, get in school, through using the connections that I had through semi-pro and things didn't work out. So, you know, I after that, I'm a full-time dad, gotta feed the kids. So,
Yeah.
I mean, I realized I sold my first sneaker and the price at the time that it was going for, and this was just a hobby. This wasn't even
Yeah.
serious, but I sold my first sneaker, man, and I realized that this was going to be like, the future real estate, man. So it's like, and this is back in like 2016. It was just hobby. So, and I've seen over the years how the business has grown and it's projected to grow even more in the future. So it was like, what came across. I've been watching your YouTube for a nice little a while, and I was just like, I gotta invest in myself, man. I gotta, you gotta bet on yourself, man, and linked up with you, and from there, it's
Yeah, it's been to the moon. Yeah, been to the moon. And what I love about what you said, Brad, is like investing into yourself, learning a new skill set, really going after it. And what I love about sneaker reselling is that the industry has continued to grow. Like it's projected to go to 30 billion, which is that's a lot of money. And we all can make money in this industry. It's not like only one person can make money with reselling. So you're a sneaker collector. You get into the business, and then there's a learning curve. So, what was that learning curve for you, Brandon? And what made you pick on it like so fast? Because you're a very fast learner. So, what allowed you to kind of excel? Because, in the last month, you've done great, 30,000 plus, have been selling. I love what you're putting out there. You're doing like 100% ROI. You're making 200 bucks on one sneaker. You're crushing it. But how did you kind of get those results so fast and, have your learning curve move in a exponential rate. So give us a mindset of how you've been able to execute so fast.
well, actually, I realized I've been sitting on pairs. I had to come up with a strategy for myself because I did want to start buying in bulk. So
Yeah.
I realized that a lot of the stuff that I was sitting on was a lot of dead inventory. Some
Yeah.
of the stuff was actually, some low-key heaters that
Yeah.
still, had some value. So I was just like, man, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and just tear it all down. I
Yeah.
decided to go into a liquidation mode. Shipped them out to some links that
Yeah.
came up that you gave me,
Yeah.
KNet.
Yeah.
Um I've been able to actually move most of my peers, all of that dead inventory through them. It's because it's a lot. They allow you to, cross list, and I don't get, mixed up into it because
Yeah.
like I said, I got a lot of kids, and
Yeah.
I have to manage my days and my time very,
Yeah.
precision. So yeah, that allowed me to move a lot of my peers. I took that money and some of it, I didn't take all of it because
Yeah.
you got to leave yourself a cushion.
Yeah.
Because this would have been my first batch, and I wanted to leave room for mistake, if any, you
Yeah.
know. And like I said, I was able to get a couple of bulk orders.
Yeah. That's
So
yeah.
the learning curve, man, like I said, just the videos, like I said, the videos really help out a lot. I
Yeah.
know at first I was bugging you, trying to keep on asking you questions here and there in the DMs, but for the most part, I went back and
Yeah.
just stuck with it. I did start off going to the, stores, to the
Yes.
outlets,
Outlets and everything. Yeah.
but it was kind of hard for me to do that with, limited transportation.
Shit. Right.
But I made it work, was able to get the truck back on the road.
Yeah.
And that opens up even more opportunity. I could travel now and go
Yeah.
do sneaker cons and whatever sneaker events they're having, pop-ups, all
Yeah.
kinds. Yeah,
Yeah, that's
it's
dope. And I love that you talked about, kind of, getting the car back up because with sneaker reselling, you're able to get, your truck back up and, get things moving. And, you've been really being able to kind of progress, just with things that you needed to take care of through reselling. So it's a blessing that you've been able to kind of make the money. So talk about that, what reselling has done for you and your family. Because again, you know, yeah, you have a lot of kids. You know, what is it? Is it 13?
I have 13. I
Yes.
have 13.
Yeah.
It's 12 in the house. One passed. Rest in peace to my
Yeah.
daughter.
Rest in peace.
But yeah, it's really been able to open up, like I said, kids, they want to play sports, that costs money. Um, Financial freedom, it financially opens up more. I've
Yeah.
been able to also, like I said, my fiance, she has a business of her own that I'm able to, pour money from that into there. And, it's been able to actually fund another business
Yeah,
while,
that's huge.
keeping 12 kids in the house, very
Yeah.
busy and, satisfied.
And you
Um,
homeschool too, so you're homeschooling your
yes,
kids as well.
homeschool,
Yeah.
homeschool. And man, I don't know how many tablets get broke. And
Yeah.
yeah, but yeah, homeschool. We do that for at least I try to get 7 hours out of the day of them.
Yeah.
Then after that, it's extracurricular, whatever we
Yeah.
got to work on. Of course, chores around the house,
Yeah.
definitely. But I got a pretty much a normal day. It's not really all that bad. It's
Yeah.
really a normal day with kids in the house. I would say it's just as much as having 4 kids. It's really
Yeah.
not, the older ones, they take care of each other. So
Yeah.
plus when they want to get into this too, so they
Yeah.
really and they're locked in. So it's also brought family from out of the woodworks, and they want to, they want to work with it. And
Yeah.
it's been able to reconnect bridges, and
Yeah.
it's just been a blessing, man. It's helped me out with, I have to work on, we all have to work on our mental, man, and
Absolutely.
this has really been able to, we athletes, man, like say
Yeah.
we get hurt,
Yeah.
we sideline, that's all we got. And we
Yeah.
start falling into a funk, start thinking about
Yeah.
things, and man, but this really keeps me,
That fire.
yeah, man. So I'm man, you don't even know, man, what you have done, what you have, man, Nick.
Yeah.
So, man, I appreciate everything
Man.
that you have placed in front of me, man. So
Yeah.
it's just all you got to do. You got to take the initiative, though,
Got to
man.
take the initiative. And
You gotta
Brad,
hold yourself accountable. Yeah.
yeah, man, I appreciate you saying that because again, sneakers have done so much for me. So I always wanted to give back and show people like how to execute and do it for them. It's like you said, like we're both athletes. I ended up, tearing up my knee. My career was done. It's out for 3 years. You being a, professional athlete playing semi-pro and, wanting to progress there is like we need something for that fire, that drive, that competitiveness. We need to,
Yeah,
be able to
yeah,
have that
yeah.
and, having the sneakers and be able to go there is it's phenomenal that we can kind of push forward our life, with this. But, you've been doing, you've been executing. That's one of the things that I commend you on. Like you have executed. So what systems do you have in play for your execution? Because yes, again, you're accustomed to homeschooling and having your 13 kids, but like what systems do you have in play to have so much success? Because you've done whatever number it is, over 30,000 in the last, month, whatever it may be, those big time numbers. But what systems allowed you to execute and do that much in that short amount of time? It doesn't
First
happen
off,
out of nowhere. It doesn't happen out of nowhere. You got to have
no,
some systems to make it happen.
it really doesn't. I mean, first of all, support system, like a supporting cast, and everybody it has a different, situation.
Yeah.
What have you. It more really comes down to consistency.
Yes.
So, when you don't feel like it, you gotta do it anyway.
Yeah.
You gotta build it around consistency. I try to pride myself on that, setting a schedule and sticking to that schedule.
Yeah.
Um, Also financial, man, financial situation. You got to put yourself in a financial situation, man, that will allow you to, even do this because you got to have the money.
Yeah.
Um, the systems that I have put in play, man, I don't even really personally, I don't really touch my money. I have a number of credit cards. You get your credit line good.
Yeah.
Make sure that you have a good system put in play that you don't overspend.
Yeah.
We talked about, well, in one of the lives we talked about we've answered that question about the credit thing. But yeah, I would say really mainly consistency, man.
Yeah.
Having your schedule and sticking to it, man.
Yeah.
Consistent. You gotta do it. And really, it's not hard if this is something that you really love to do. This is easy for me because I
Yeah.
was born doing this, man. My dad, as far as collecting, being around sneakers, I
Yeah.
just I just love it. Fashion, all of that. So it's really just I've always had this stuff.
Yeah.
People would come over and, hey man, let me buy this. I'd be
Right.
like, man, you can have it. It doesn't even matter. I'm giving away so much stuff. It's not even funny, man. But at some point when I seen that people were paying, and this is back in, again, like I said, 2015,
Yeah.
2016 was really good. When people was paying, man, triple prices for shoes that you just like, man, I was like, okay, yeah. Now I might dibble and dabble a little bit
Right. Yeah.
going on, but it has changed since then
Yeah.
because that's what I was doing is, to wait, get a sneakers raffle and sit on it and try to sell it for as much as you can. Like you said, man, when your videos, that's dead. You gotta
Yeah.
get it, source it for as low as you can, get it off, get it off. You
Oh,
can't sit
right.
on it. It becomes dead inventory. Just following everything, man. Just
Yeah.
watching video. Make sure you watch your videos.
Yeah.
That's consistency, cash, and videos, man.
Yeah.
Watch
Trade.
study, study, study. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Studying
that's
the
that's
trade is
that's
right. Yeah.
that's what I got.
Yeah,
That's all I
so
got.
consistency. That's the key to anything in life. If you want to have
Yes.
success, is the consistency, and that's really what reselling. If someone really wants this, you just got to stick to your schedule, like you said. If you have a schedule and it works, stick to it. It's not based off, oh, I don't feel like doing it today. Just do it because you want to grow a business, and
Yeah.
that's one of the biggest things. So now, again, you were able to liquidate inventory. You're starting to create cash flow. Your business is doing well. So now you go into buying bulk. I know you did multiple bulk purchases. You've been able to build clientele. So now you've been selling them to, different people. So give me some of that, of the power behind bulk, you building clients and that progression in your business. So give us kind of a kind of some insight on that.
Glad you asked that, man. Well, I'm very glad you I just came back from dealing with a repeat client.
Wow,
At,
awesome.
and it was for the cement floors that I just got. So
Yeah.
it's really building and this is my second client.
Yeah.
Um, you gave me a goal to build four, I believe it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
So I believe I got six, I
Wow.
think.
Over
And one of
overdid the
and,
goal.
and one of them I know is for sure because it's a repeat customer. So it's allowed me to build my face card, my own brand. That way
Own brand. Yes.
I don't
Mm,
have to go through eBay and go and all of that where they can take fees out and that I don't have to worry about that. So it's allowing me to start to build my brand. And that's the main thing for me. Yeah, the bulk, man, it's really I'm at a loss for words. I'm at a loss for words. I'm
yeah.
I'm really it's just wild, man.
Yeah.
Salute, man. Just wild, man. It's yeah, it's been able to allow me to, like I said, build a client, build a brand.
And it saves you time. You get all those sneakers at one time. So you don't
Yeah,
go to, like you said, you're going
it's
to outlets and doing all, it just comes to you.
yeah, it definitely does that. Also, the main thing I really wanted to save that for, I wanted to save that for last, but the main thing is it's allowed. I got my pairs
Yeah.
because I know me. I don't gotta worry about waiting to get the sneakers when or the guy. I
Yeah.
don't gotta worry about seeing the got them. Already got them, man. I already got them. So it allows me to, really just I don't know, man. I feel like the ice cream man in the hood, man. Everybody is just,
Yeah. Yeah.
so
Right.
I want to get to the point where I'm trying to get to the point where I'm trying to get to do the giveaways and stuff, man. But I
Yeah.
know it takes time if I keep sticking to the guns, man. I know
Yeah.
I'll get there eventually, man. Sticking to the GOAT and with the MJ of the sneaker resellers,
Man, I'm
man.
trying, brother. Trying,
You
man. I
there,
appreciate
man.
you.
You there, man. You
Yeah.
there, man. In my opinion, but yeah,
I
yeah,
appreciate
man.
it, Brandon. So, Brandon, man, so much success again. You haven't been reselling for a long time. So, what advice or mindset advice, because how you think is going to really determine how well you do in reselling? What is some advice for a new sneaker reseller, someone that wants to get into the business that doesn't have much experience? What advice you can give to them?
Man, if you get discouraged, of course you gotta be in the university, man. The community that we have
Yeah.
is super positive. Um, don't get discouraged. Don't try to, keep up with the next person. You know what I'm saying? You have to stay in your lane. You have to run your race. Like I said, everybody has different circumstances. They have different, support systems. Some might not have as much as. So I just say, man, just stick to it, man. Like if this is what you love, you have to, again, I can't say it enough, stay consistent. That's probably going to be your worst, that's going to be your biggest wall is
Yes.
consistency, man.
Absolutely.
Doing when you wake up, I'm getting yelled at. I'm supposed to be teaching, but I'm kind of in the sneakers app. Like I had the kids like, all right, y'all log in real quick. Mommy upstairs real quick. Y'all log in on the sneakers app. We gotta try to get this one. So it's just if this is something you love, man, you gotta eat, sleep, breathe it, man. Like
Yeah.
really, that's that kind of consistency, and it will work out for you. And for real, this is just the beginning stages because
Yeah.
once you get the hang of it, it's not even going to it's going to run itself.
Yeah.
So I'm doing this to pass this off to my kids. I'm trying to get it off and running, and they'll be able to run it that type of easy. So you just got to stick to it. Don't, like I said, don't get discouraged, man. There's no way you can get discouraged if you're in this community, man. Everybody is here to help you out. Is here to help. I haven't seen one negative
Yeah.
remark, one
Mm.
troll. I
Yeah.
haven't been scammed. You've
Yeah.
always led me in the right direction. You put me in the right place. You know what I'm saying? So if you can't get it, you let me know. You always you are very, reachable. I
Yeah.
like that about you. I like that about the whole community, man. I'm locked in, like I said, but this is for y'all, man. Like if you really starting off, this is really life changing. Like this is like real estate type money if you do it right. If
Hmm.
you stay locked in. So you
Yeah.
can really change some lives, man. Put
Yeah.
go to school, you can
Yeah.
pay doctor bills, you can move, you can buy land. I'm trying to buy me some land.
Yeah.
So that's my goal.
I feel
That's
it.
my goal, man. I'm locked in. So
Yeah.
yeah,
That's great mindset, Brad. And because again, a lot of time the consistency is the most important thing. But when you have a community backing you, that's where it
yeah.
becomes easier because you're with people that are positive, want to press, pull you on, and want to see you win. And that's why I try to embody, with my community is having everybody feel like that they can do it. And again, that's why there's no negativity in there because we're all people that want to kind of take it to the next level. And I love what you said. It's like sneaker reselling is it's a means to do something else as well. Like you could use sneaker reselling to build generational wealth and build land and not build land but get land for your family and do whatever you want to do, run other businesses like you're doing with your wife. So it's like there's so many options that sneaker reselling can lead to. Like my brother was able to go to medical school through sneaker reselling. So it's just a great avenue to get you to different places that you want to go. And I'm so glad, man, just to see, what you've been doing, in, kind of sneaker reselling and the impact and the positivity you bring into the university. So man, I'm so proud of you. My biggest advice for you, Brad, you already know this is keep your head down. You're doing great, but just stay with it, stay with it, stay with it, stay with it. And I'm so glad you're able to talk to the viewers and show them like, hey, this is what it takes to get there. Anybody can do it, but you got to be able to have that drive and consistency because if you don't do anything, you're not going to get results. You gotta be able to kind of put your foot down and take steps forward and get around the right people, Brandon. So, man, this was super fire, man. Again, Brandon, tell everybody where they can find you because I know you've been building your brand, creating some content. So please let everybody know where they can find you on Instagram and all your handles.
Instagram is Bebout Kicks. Um, Linktree is all in the bio.
Yeah,
Wifey set that up for me actually, so
yeah.
I'm learning how to work all of that. But yeah, definitely Instagram is at Bebout Kicks. Um, Located in DMV, and be looking to link up and do some business, man. Let's work.
Let's work. All right, Brandon, man. Take care of those kids, man. So glad you're able to talk to the viewers here. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon, brother.
You too, man.
Oh, guys, man, that right there, so inspirational, man. Again, this is how you do it. Be focused, being able to accelerate the things you want for your family in your future. So, guys, make sure that my free live training tomorrow is going to be spectacular, phenomenal. Any adjective that you want to describe that's positive, it is going down and it's going to be a different live training. So make sure you're there. Link is in the description. See you there. Let's go. Sniper Kicks out. Peace.